Alright, YouTube, here we go. I know most of y'all are thinking, oh great, another Remo's Hobby 1621 video. I'm not going to show you this thing running. I have run it. And to prove that, I got this shell over here. That's all scratched up, all beat up. I've run the snot out of this thing for a couple of weeks now. Show you some minor upgrades I did to the body style that are all included with the Remo. Real quick, when I got it, these body pins here and here, body pins, body holders, whatever the proper nomenclature is, were lowered almost, well, let's see, yeah, to the second hole here is where they went in. I raised the entire thing up and then re-put the same body screws that came with it back in. I know y'all can barely, there and there. And the same thing on the front end. When I raised it here and here, raised this entire front end, and then put my screws back in so it holds it. They've got a gentleman on YouTube. He's got one of these and he's complaining about the body style and the, well, if it'll go on there. There it went. Being sitting too low, that whenever the thing bounces, it catches. Well, as mine, since I've raised the body, I don't have that issue with it. When it bounces, the tires don't catch. That's one thing I did. The second thing I did is not included with the package. Is I went online and I found a brushed motor for $28 with an ESC. A brushless motor, I should say, because it comes with a standard brush motor. I got the brushless to help me get a little more speed. I misspoke. I got the brushless for $28. The second thing I did, which didn't cost me anything on this truck, I apologize. The only thing I did raise, which didn't cost me any money, was the body cleats. I raised the body cleats. Didn't cost me any money. I looked into getting the oil shocks, but with the body cleats raised, I really don't need the oil shocks anyway, so I saved myself $8 there. Another thing I did, you don't have to. There they are. Is I've got a set of these. They're called locking pins. They lock into place over the company's standard issue. They give you 8 of the straight pins. Which are alright. They do hold. They seem to work really well. I've lost one in 2 weeks, but I've been running it hard. I got news that one was found though, so I just got to go pick it up whenever. But getting the locking pins was a great big help. Another thing that gets missed a lot in these reviews is on this controller right here. That is a trigger switch, and with everything that's off on it, if we move that, it allows the trigger to fall to a 50-50 mode. If you do that with this and try to run it through your current ESC, it will not run. You have to have the card to reprogram your ESC. This is the factory setting at the 70-30. 70% rearward for the forward movement, 30% upward for the reverse motion. I don't have a problem either way with that. That is missed a lot, and the explanation has never really been there. Of course, most people have a tendency of missing, which is included your owner's manuals and give you nice parts diagrams. Once you get these things, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I do recommend that you read the instructions, because they do tell you a lot of stuff: maintenance, your upgrade parts, your operating guides for the car itself, your battery charging. And here it tells you right here, throttle neutral adjustment. That is what that button is for. If you attempt to move that button or anything while the car or the RC controller is on, you have to reset that ESC in the car. You can go online and find those on eBay for less than 20 bucks, I believe. But that's the throttle neutral adjustment on these Remos. I've had no problem with it. 70-30. It's worked real well for me in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I've been running the snot out of this. But again, these are my opinions on the truck. I use a paper clip. About the only tool I use, unless I'm changing the tires, for pulling my body pins. I can get in there and get in and out real quick with them. Plus that, I can set it down and not have to worry about losing each and individual pin. For, I think I got $70 on the truck. It came with me with both the shells, both the bodies, 8 body pins. I ordered a new pack of body pins off of Amazon, the lockable kind. If I continue the hobby and add trucks to it, I'm going to want to add the lockable pins to that truck. This little is a light kit. I'm not going to get that on there yet because I am considering switching out that motor to a brushless motor and a brushless ESC. It's supposed to supply you more speed in the long run, whereas the brush motor applies more in the torque when it's starting off. You can start at lower speeds. Does that really affect going brush to brushless? I'll probably shoot another video on that and let you know. I kind of like the brushed, I will admit. But they say the brushless is a far superior motor. It'll last you longer. Updates will continue on this thing. The Remo project. I got a shout out to the RC Sailors. They did a RC Week, Speed Week, RC Truck Week, where they showcased two of the two that I were looking at. One of them was the Remo. The second one was the WL Toys 12402. And then they also had a 12428 from a previous video of theirs, RC Sailors, that I looked at. I gained a lot of information from these trucks through their videos. Being the lower end of the hobby grade that I am, where I'm at money wise, I went with the Remo because I can build or add on to and still be able to have it running and have it flying for me and to keep me entertained. I'm pretty much into the RC world as an entertainment type grade. Now, to show you that I'm actually into the RC hobby, we're going to take a walk over to my wall here. On the top is the WL Toys Cessna 182. I believe they call it the 949. Beneath it is the WL Toys Power Star. Beneath that is the WL Toys 912, V912. Beneath that is my first helicopter that started it all off. Well, I go to... Yeah. Beneath that is the SOG 32. That's one of my first 3 channels that started the whole thing off. And beneath that is the WL Toys V913. Over here we have a Cyma 800G. That's an awesome helicopter for first time flyers. Beneath that is the Zeta 9958, which also I believe was on RC Sailors. This is not the bulk of my collection. This is but a taste. We'll resume out this way. As you see, I am a car and helicopter nut. Mainly the V911 variety. I do have an H107 drone. I believe that is the only drone I own. What, you don't want to be included in the video? Okay, that's not included in the video. But we'll get on the cheap upgrade I did for free was moving the body pins here, raising them up to their highest position to keep the body from rubbing on the tires. It's a Remo 1621 short course. It came with 2 shells. I've already discussed the funky switch. Nobody knew what it did on the transmitter, and I also showed you in the directions there, the instruction manual. And for what it's worth, for less than $100, When I get done with this, I will have a fast RC, which is what I was looking for. But I'll pan out with, well, yeah, Ruger's not really part of the RC world for me, but now they've got different grade hobby chargers and stuff like that. Check out the RC Sailors. They go through all this stuff with you. They make it real simple. They put it in layman's terms. Thank you. And Taurus High Point Productions. Y'all have a nice day.